Hey, the Gun Boy here. Be sure to like, comment, blah blah blah, subscribe. But today we're going to be looking at the green stratagems, or all the Sentry. So, starting off with the shield generator. If you like holding defensive positions while protecting the team, recreate the Halo 3 trailer scene and hold the line. The generator is great for holding objectives where you need to stay in one spot for a while. You can shoot out, but it can shoot in. It can block motors, blasters, and even base turrets or a poorly thrown stratagem. The generator does run on a time limit and an energy bar, so if it absorbs a ton of damage, don't be surprised if it pops on you. I wouldn't use this on any bot missions higher than 8, as the amount of condensed fire you come across might overload your shield as soon as it lands. Don't try it on bugs though. Moving over to the 3 mines, starting off with the AntiPersonal Mines. Like a personal trainer, they don't discriminate against size, blowing up anybody unlucky enough to find it. Great way to run interference against the bugs, but once they start pushing through all those mines, it will leave a nice big opening for all of them to trail through. Incendiary Mines does less damage on the initial blast, but it does coat the ground in metabolic acidosis, burning the bugs and bots alike. But the heavy units might not care as much, as they like piss. Whoa, that was a bit close. The new Automaton Show 500-ton tank life is cut short with the new AntiTank Mines. One of the few bombs that can take down tanks, Factor Strators, or even Bile Titans. This would be pretty good on higher difficulties. Unfortunately, it does not target smaller units, so you can manually set them off if you're smart enough. And since the automatons have an infinite supply of ammo and like to spray their bullets everywhere, don't be surprised your mines might get completely swept away before they even step near it. Come on, look at that. You practically cleared the field. Next up, we have the Rocket Sentry. It's too blind to see the enemy base, but can spot the toast silhouette of a bot meters away. This miniature SAM site is rated E for everyone, as there is nothing it can't kill with the proper setup. That includes you. And with its high fire rate, it ensures that any heavy units that it's going up against will go down. Even against bugs, this thing is pretty good, as it will blast all the bugs in their hordes, and since all they do is walk forward, the Sentry doesn't have to worry about the possibility of getting shot by bullets. What are you looking at? Now we have the oversized bug Zapper, which is pretty good at area denial against bugs. I would not use this against bots though, that's a waste of a stratagem slot. Since they have guns, they're just gonna shoot it down and look at you like a dumbass. And like a Greek god, this thing will smite anybody that gets too close. My favorite way to use this stratagem is just to throw it into hordes of bugs and hope that it just starts killing them all before I have to deal with them. And laying down doesn't always protect you, so don't be surprised if, yeah, that happens. Now we have the MS motor. Apply stun directly to the forehead. Great for defense missions and raiding bases, as it lobs a canister of Axe body spray at the enemy to overload their senses, leaving them vulnerable for a counterattack. Now we have our favorite team killer of the stratagems. The motor does the same thing, but it hurts people. And since it's not a direct fire weapon, means you can hide this motor in weird positions to avoid it being destroyed. And if you have the targeting unlocked, you can ping enemies for it to focus. But that does as well as a skibbity toilet brain rot enjoyer. Why did I write that? And the rare instances that your Hulk is an idiot and doesn't know how to put his left foot forward, there is the possibility that these motors could kill heavier units, as long as they're not smart. I just don't think this Hulk had the best day today, and he said, I quit, that's it, game over. But against smaller units, this thing does wonders, as it will pop hordes of them as they run towards you. And you're playing on their turf, but now they're playing on yours. Now we got the Gatling turret, and man do I need a support weapon of this Sentry. This is the Sentry gun to hold the lines against the endless hordes of enemies. And if the muzzle flash doesn't induce a seizure on those it's firing upon, then the sheer amount of bullets will. Though it's only light pen, this thing is capable of taking out hordes of small bugs and bots alike, and they can bug breach all they want. Against the Gatling turret, you're holding the line. Be sure to support it though against heavy units, as it only has light pen. And to those that have epilepsy, you can open your eyes now, as it's safe because we have the machine gun Sentry. What did I say? Why are you looking at me like that? Unlike the Gatling turret variant, this one has medium pen rounds, which means you can help you with a wider array of enemy targets, and also supporting you, as it's just a very good general turret. And with this low recall time, you can always have a Sentry holding the field. Against bots though, it might struggle against things that have shields like the Devastator, as it just would hit the center of mass rather than aiming for its arm and weak points. So try to help your turret out when it comes against bots. Then we got the turret that has a higher body count than your cheating X. Like the support weapon counterpart, this turret stratagem runs fades with every enemy on the roster. And though it can't shoot down the dropships, it won't matter when the only thing that drops from the ship is metallic confetti. Man, it just bullies Hulks left and right, look at that. I mean, if they made this thing capable of targeting buildings, it would be literally too OP. Thank God they had to nerf this monster down, because watch this. 2 of these autocannons versus a Factor Strider is just a no game, no contest. Look at that. Immediately down. It's cooler than the actual support weapon, I'm gonna roach you. And lastly, we have the HMG turret. If you're scared of AI and you don't trust it to do the shooting, then take up the HMG turret and use it to gun down light and medium targets alike. And since you don't have the situational awareness of a potato, the HMG emplacement allows you to focus targets that you deem as an initial threat rather than thinking about it later. And this thing is great at taking down all kinds of units. I mean, you could deal with Hulks by just aiming at their face and sprinkling a few shots in. And if you're dealing with gunships, if you aim for their wing, it's just game over for them. There's nothing they can really do. Even against tanks, you're not screwed, as you can shoot the treads out on them, opening up your teammates for a counterattack. And since it has a low cooldown time, it ensures that you'll always have a defensive emplacement somewhere to hold the line. Well, that's the end of the video. Be sure to let me know if I missed something, or if you guys have a fun fact about any of the stratagems I used. I hope to see you guys on the battlefield. Have a great one. Next video is gonna be, it's gonna be the mechs.